Behind me is Buttermilk Falls. I thought that it would be appropriate to read you this quote from Martha Graham, the legendary dancer and choreographer, because it is about channeling one's vitality and life force. And if there was ever a force or a vitality, it certainly is a waterfall. And the one behind me is absolutely beautiful. Let me read to you the quote by Martha Graham, and then I'll make a few comments about it. She says, "There is a vitality, a force, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all of time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium, and it will be lost. The world will not have it. It is not your business to determine how good it is, nor how valuable, nor how it compares with other expressions. It is your business to keep it yours, clearly and directly, to keep the channel open. You do not even have to believe in yourself or your work. You have to keep yourself open and aware to the urges that motivate you. Keep the channel open." Did any of that speak to you? The very first line, there is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. Is that true for you? Are you aware of a vitality or a life force within yourself? Is there something driving you? Something that wants you to live, and more than live, wants you to express your living? And if you don't feel that urge, it's worth asking yourself what happened to it. Did someone beat it out of you? Or less dramatically, did 100 other voices than your own override yours? Insinuate themselves into your neural network, creating some kind of sediment that buried that vitality deep within you, so you stopped acknowledging that it's there and that it hurts not to honor it? Graham says if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium, and it will be lost. The world will not have it. Well, you might say, okay, the world will not have it. So what? I have something the world is waiting for? What are you talking about, Martha? That may be good for a genius choreographer like you, but really, me? I think most of us have those kinds of critical voices in our heads. But Martha goes on to say that it is not our business to determine how good it is, nor how valuable, nor how it compares with other people's expressions. It's our business to keep it ours, clearly and directly, to keep the channel open. Wow. Do you understand that your business is to bring whatever it is you have to offer the world and put it out there, bring it into the light, let it go its way, let it encounter whoever it's supposed to encounter, and let it have whatever effect it's supposed to have, and become valuable for those to whom it speaks? And that's it. Graham is saying that's your duty. And you neglect that duty when you let the windows of your soul be boarded up, nailed shut, and you lose touch with what you have to give the world. And why did you lose touch with it? Because you were afraid? Afraid of the judgments of others, maybe. Afraid to be seen and found wanting. Afraid to look foolish. Afraid to appear presumptuous. Afraid of trying and losing. Afraid that if you put it out there, the results will confirm your worst fears about your personal inadequacy. Are you afraid that if you let the world see the beauty you've created, you'll be shamed? Kind of like that, the emperor who had no clothes. He decked himself out in all this sumptuous royal clothing, and it turned out to be nothing but an illusion, and he was actually naked. And instead of acclaim, he got mocked. He got laughed at. Are you afraid of being laughed at? Even deeper, are you afraid to discover that in the eyes of those you want to please and impress, you're going to appear as a fool? And the whole illusion of your ego will pop like a soap bubble? But again, Graham is saying that none of that matters. It's okay to have all those doubts, all those fears, but you can still respond to the call of duty. Think of it as your duty. She says you do not even have to believe in yourself or in your work. You have to keep yourself open and aware to the urges that motivate you. Keep the channel open. That's it. That's the bottom line. Don't lose touch. Don't give it up. Don't let the window fog over, or even worse, be boarded up. If you are a person who's struggling to find your voice and give expression through whatever, medium, think of it this way. What right do you have to withhold that from others? If there's just one person out there in the world, who would hear it or see it and benefit from it, by what authority do you claim the right to withhold it? By what authority do you claim the right to be the ultimate judge of its value? The truth is, you don't know what's going to happen when you put it out there. But what you do know is that regardless of what happens out there, in here, within yourself, you know what you have to do. Keep the channel open. Honor the urges that motivate you and give them expression. Take the ego out of the equation and get out of your own way. Amen.